guys, I'm still very pumped for the next interview. Up next, we have Nanayaw Kwarteng, who has actually been into creating slippers and sculpting, and he's like very artistic and does a whole bunch of things. Let's take you straight to his interview to find out everything that he does. Currently at Tema with Nanayaw Owusu Kwarteng, and he has a shop called Country. Yep. He actually calls himself Country as well. And as you can see behind me, all around me, we have beads, we have crocheted slippers and shoes, as you can see here. And also, I mean, this guy does everything. He's right here. Thank you so much for joining us on Be Bold today.
Thank you too.
Yeah, so tell me about exactly what you do here.
Well, okay, like I told you initially, the name is Nanayaw Owusu Kwarteng, but like I use Country. And like when we say something is coming from the countryside, like something indigenous, like something from our roots, and that is what I try to do. Try to gather some few raw materials. As you can see yourself, like the stuffs I use pure natural stuffs, and it requires less or not even like electricity, let me say energy, and it doesn't require heavy or sophisticated machines to produce such stuff. They are all handmade stuffs, as you can see them. Yeah. So that is what I do. I make shoes from crochet.
How long does it take you to do a shoe like this? A day?
Yeah, a day.
Wow.
And even with the day, I get up, do other things. Not like to sit at one place throughout.
Can you tell me about this design? How you go about it?
Okay, this design, initially I get the thread. And everything involved over here involves some little kind of calculation here. Because when you don't calculate them, you wouldn't have the sizes at the right way as how you want it. So I started by then first, before I stitch them on the sew. We have various sews. This sew is Italian sew. We've got the Kumasi type of sews too. I use both of them so that like everybody could reach up to the one he or she can afford for. That is the reason why I sometimes go in for some of the expensive ones and also like try to get the local ones and use them.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. And I also see that you had all this tree that you've sort of wired. Tell me more about this. How did you come up with this concept to create items out of it?
Okay, from childhood, we normally have this play thing. We go out there to look for copper wire. Yeah. And we go to these parts dealers, these scrap dealers. So we try to gather them and go and sell it to them. So at a point in time, we just thought of like, whilst we always go and sell this little copper like we try to gather around, we can also try and create something out of it. So I had a friend, like we just thought of like trying to get this thing, gather them. I used to have some around, okay, and try and gather them. So we started by making little balls like we'll be playing, just trying to curl the wires here and there to make balls. So that is how it came from one stage, from selling it to the scrap dealers. No, now we want to create something out of the copper wire.
Let me hear some prices. How much do you sell something like this?
Okay, something like this goes for 50 Ghana cedis.
50 Ghana cedis. Obviously, you can see it's like serious craftsmanship here. It takes a lot of time. How long would it take you to do something like this?
Let's say a week.
A week? Yep. A week for 50 Ghana cedis, I think that's And something like this?
Goes for 50.
50 Ghana
52 as well. Yeah.
Also, how long do you spend on it?
A day.
A day.
Yep.
And the slipper that I showed you before? Let's say this slipper here.
This is one of my favorites.
Okay. Why?
This is Yasantoa. She was a great warrior for Ghana.
Yeah.
I really had to create or come out with something nice, and also impart this little knowledge I've got to those little ones. So they were like, oh, okay, fine. So that was the first challenge I had. And with the people around, it is not everybody that was so comfortable with the kind of stuff I was doing. As in, initially they were thinking like, okay, it's red, gold, green thing. He's Rasta. Auntie Crystal, see, I don't carry dreadlocks. That is what I made. You understand? Yeah. So I was just trying to preach to them, when somebody produces something or makes something of red, gold, green, it doesn't mean the person is into Rastafarianism and even if the person is into Rastafarianism, that is his own mind of worship. That is where he or she want to worship. So, but I just wanted to paint that thing from them. Like, it's just that I love the beautiful colors of Africa, Ghana in particular. Besides, I can't produce something and and brand it with the flag of United States. Whilst I don't come from the United States.
Yeah. So you talked about children
Yeah.
and how you also support the kids. What initiated that idea, and what exactly do you do with the children?
I had it from a bigger brother. He used to be there for us when we were little kids, take us to the beach side on Sundays, have fun with us, but he's not here at the moment. So anywhere I go to, I always give him that kind of respect. They normally call him Jaosko, so I salute anywhere I go to. Yeah, so with that, now I just came out with this thing like Youth with a Vision. So as you can see those little kids over there, they are about 15, but then I really had to just get some few ones just to represent this show at the moment. But like some of them too are not around at the moment. So I try to do with this Youth with a Vision thing, get them on Sundays after church. So let's say 2 to 3. We don't spend much time. And in a way, you see, at a point in time, the parents got to understand me because I also get some Sunday school teachers around.
Yeah.
Because I know probably one day God is going to ask me the talent I gave you, what did you do with it?
Yeah.
Teaching the little kids, I was also trying to let them know much about God in a way. Because they start with the Sunday school thing before they start with the teachings. And it's not only the crochet and the beads thing. They also get on with some modeling, some dancing and singing
And
here
we're
and
going
there.
to see all of that today,
Yeah, you're gonna have
right
it.
here in this show.
Yeah.
Now, what is your last words to people out there who are, you know, also trying to start up their own thing like what you started? I mean, you have so much talent that you just brought it all in this small container. What advice do you have for them? How can they start? What should they do?
The only thing I can tell my viewers at home and everywhere is like they should never give up in everything they do. Especially when I was starting this thing, I had the kind of question you asked me initially. I had challenges like some saying crochet thing are for women and stuff like that, but I never listened to what they were saying. I still hold on to the faith I had in what I was doing.
All right, so at this point, we've heard a lot from Country, what he does, how he started, the challenges he faces. Let's take a look at the children and see what, they have a little display they want to show us, and I promised them that they were going to be able to show us something. So let's watch what they have, and then, well, we'll hear more from Country as well.
Oh my goodness, those kids were so good in the Azonto. I need to practice. Now here we have a shoe. This is the one that Nana Kwarteng made for us. Crystal is wearing one right now. Wow, it fits
And it's very
perfectly on your
comfortable.
foot.
It's actually really, really comfortable.
It was
Yeah.
nice. Crystal, where is mine? Where's my pair?
This is yours.
Oh, thank you so much for the slippers. Thank you. And they look beautiful. We are going to go for a little break. We'll be back. See you soon.